Hello, beautiful Scorpios, and welcome to your Healing Oasis message connected to shadow work. So we are going to be diving into and channeling messages from Spirit, diving deep into those dark moon, 12th house, 8th house energies of the hidden and the unseen, with the intention to pull to light energies that need to be heard. So oftentimes we lead with our ego, we lead with our sun energy, and the intent of these messages is to give our moon energy and our shadow energy a voice. So we will be using several different mediums for interpretation today. We're going to be using our numerological dice, our astro dice, and we have several different oracle and tarot decks as well. There might be some nudity, so just be mindful of that from one of the decks, but there won't be like 18 or older topics covered, in theory, unless that energy comes to the forefront. So as you can see, we have two different boxes. This box on the left side with the moon graphic in it will be casting for our shadow energy, and the box on the right side we will be casting for our ego energy or sun energy or sun facing energy. And so we're going to do that in one moment here, but before I cast the dice, I would love to invite you to join the Kindred family here if you're not already connected by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Click like on the video. Of course, it supports the channel, and I certainly do appreciate that. Drop a comment down below if something resonated with you today. If this reading does not resonate with you, you can always check out one of your other placements, sun, moon, rising, paying specific attention to your ascending and moon energy for this particular type of reading. So again, just taking a deep dive into those shadowy spaces, because of course acknowledging, listening to and accepting parts of our shadow energy helps us to lead more authentic lives. Yes, it is true that sometimes shadow energy, like, it's low vibrational, but if we never acknowledge it, it's still going to manifest in our lives just uncontrollably. Like, it's going to just pop up or sprout up in our lives and cause discord and drama. And there are other situations where ego is suffocating our inner spaces, or the sun is being overbearing to the moon energy, and it doesn't allow it to express itself. And so doing shadow work allows us to, again, uncover and explore all the different sides to ourselves, and therefore accept ourselves completely and wholly. Okay, so let's go ahead and cast our dice. And the intent of this is to see where each energy is, where there's overlap, where there's potentially discord. Okay. So we have 2 points of connection here between sun and moon. We've got 5 energy and 9 energy. That's interesting. Was that always an 8, or did my finger move that? I'm going to go with an 8 because I don't have any other reason. Okay. So I feel like in this particular situation, we're going to pay more attention to the areas of conflict. The areas of overlap might be helpful as we dive deeper into the message. So we have our inner world, our inner space, channeling that Cancer energy, which makes a lot of sense. It's a water energy. So the focus here is on home, it's on safety, it's on security. It's literally in alignment. So with the moon energy, the moon is in the moon space here, with its focus and intent really on achievement, achievement. And I want to say emotionally, family. That's what I'm really feeling here. I feel like the 5 energy and the 9 energy, this idea of transitioning, I want to say transitioning away from. I want to say the moon energy is transitioning, the number 9, away from 5 energy. And so I feel like there's discord or some tension, because your inner world, your inner space, your heart space, your moon space is ready to move on, is ready to transition and make some achievements in the world or realms of family, home, things like that. Whereas our ego is still in our Gemini, outwardly expressive, sociable, out and about. It just feels like making connections. They feel more shallow here. Like, yes, they're connections and partnerships, but they feel more shallow, more about having fun and being free and adventurous and having no ties and nothing holding you back or holding you down. So you could have some Gemini in your chart as well. Let me know if you do. But that's what I'm feeling here. Let's go ahead. And again, I feel like the conflict here is between 8 energy and 2 energy. So this idea of achievements and this idea of partnership, it feels like, are you with somebody? Are you outgrowing somebody? That could definitely be what I'm feeling there. Maybe you're ready to move into family, move into progressing the relationship and making advancements and continuing to progress the relationship, and this other person might still also be in funland. Just a thought. All right, so we have Abraham, justice, truth, duty, justice of pandemonium. Isn't that interesting? Very Libra energy, very balancing energy. So I do feel like there's a need or a desire to find middle ground, to find resolution. And the only way you're going to do that is through truth. And I feel like this is like being honest with yourself, being honest with your partner if there's another energy present there. But the only way to bring justice to pandemonium, chaos, is through truth. You are duty bound to be truthful to yourself. What is it that you truly want, that you truly desire, that no matter what, you can't get it out of your head or out of your heart, what feels right? It's okay to grow up and to progress and to want more for life. It's okay to move into and to mature. And if they're not willing, ready, able, gotta be truthful and honest with yourself first. There's no way you're gonna be honest with them if you're not honest with yourself. So we are going to take a look at just getting more clarification on our inner space here with some tarot. King of Swords. Yeah, your inner space is, I feel like you're getting to a place where this idea of the truth is undeniable. You know what's real, what's authentic to you. And I feel like the more you're confronted with energy that's not in alignment with your truth, King of Swords, it makes you colder and more defensive. Cold and defensiveness are the energies that I'm feeling that are accompanying this situation and this process. You want to move on. You want to find your happily ever after. But you're burdened. You're burdened by this emotional staleness. You want to be able to rest your mind. You want to move on. You want to find your happiness. But you're struggling within yourself to accept that truth. Let's take a look at sun energy. Let's take a look. Where is sun energy at right now? Let's get a little bit more clarification and information. Hermit. Four of Pentacles. That's interesting that fours. Four. There's a lot of four in the underlying energy for your moon space, and now we have four energy here. So what I'm feeling you become more distant on the outside. So this is ego energy, right? Kind of still in party mode, it feels like, freedom mode. But it also feels like you're starting to retract your energy. Maybe agreeing to go to less parties or less outings. Maybe you're not staying as long. Maybe you're a bit of a killjoy when you're out there. You're starting to withhold. Maybe you blame your money for why you can't do some social things. Or maybe you're trying to be more responsible with your money. You could have Virgo in your chart. Aquarius. All right. Let's look at intent. And this is mostly like intent toward each other. So the intentions of your moon energy toward your sun energy and vice versa. Okay. 10 of Wands. Your moon energy, you're keeping your cards close. You're keeping your cards close on the inside. You're withholding. This feels like a great burden. This feels like a dam holding back water. You're holding yourself back. You're making yourself small. I feel like the attempt is to fear of vulnerability. Fear of being vulnerable. The underlying is the Hierophant. You want to either get married or have a committed relationship. You want commitment. So even the underlying energy for your sun is about moving on, forward progression, marriage, and under that is heartache. I think you know that you're going to have to break someone's heart. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, let's see if this imagery isn't that great. I thought that was Temperance. Did a great job. All right, so I feel like the good thing here is that your ego, it feels like your ego is ready for this change. They're buying time, they're pulling away, being a little stingy. I feel like you're slowly but surely, your ego energy is pulling away. I think there's a tether and like a final kind of element that's keeping ego from making that whole change. And I think it's a partner. I think it's a person. I think it's some sort of a commitment. Let's look at advice for you. Yeah, because the areas of connection, the 9 and the 5, I feel like both your moon and your sun, your ego and your inner spaces are ready for transition when it comes to this 5 energy. I feel like there's an acknowledgement that a transition and a change needs to happen. I feel like your ego is just holding on, buying time, waiting out the inevitable. That's just what I'm feeling. Like you know what your truth is. Because on your inner space, you're the King of Swords. It's not even emotional. You're not even like emotional and like, oh, my feelings. No, you're like, this is my truth. Our kings are fixed energy. They hold the vision. They have to be fixed because they're holding the vision of, in this case, swords. So truth, the mind space. There seems to be a clear path, a clear certainty. That is actually what I got when I cast. I was like, your inner energy wants to work on this. It wants that 8 energy. It's karmic energy. It's about making like advancements and achievement. So it felt very clear what your moon energy wanted. And it's like your ego energy is kind of still holding on, flippity floppity, you know, that dual energy. You're a Scorpio. You're fixed. You have to make the emotional decision what direction you're going to go. Once you make the emotional decision, which might be painful especially if you have to release someone else, another person that you care about. But I feel like you're starting to pull away with the Hermit energy. I feel like you know that in order to make the best decision for yourself, you have to remove yourself from the situation where the conflict is, go inward, and make that determination. And I feel like you're just, like your ego's just buying time. It's almost like procrastination, or like time is going to magically make something happen. No. The scales of justice. So looking at our Abraham energy, the scales of justice only tip when something's added to either side. It doesn't just magically change. Something has to change, either has to be taken away or added to it in order to shift that energy. It doesn't just magically all of a sudden, you know, the scales just shift. No. So your advice is Cypress. Surrender. Oh my gosh. I just got chills because surrendering is your energy. Surrender to your truth. Allow yourself to relax with the currents of life. These changes will take you even closer to where you are meant to be. Change is difficult for all of us. Your fixed energy, probably more difficult for you, especially if there's an emotional component to it. But you are resilient. Scorpio in the 8th house talks about surrendering. I need to control is the lie. You need to surrender. When you surrender, when you release that control, when you accept the venom, when you accept the death that is inevitable, because death is just change. When you accept that, that is when you'll be able to move into your truth and what you truly desire, where your heart lives. This is so pointed. This message, Scorpio, couldn't be more pointed towards you. This is your message. So to summarize, Scorp, your inner space, the message that your inner space is trying to communicate is that you want to transition away from that adventurous, freedom, flippant kind of lifestyle and make waves and make achievements towards your family space. That could mean a lot of different things for different people, but that's what I'm seeing here. You know what your truth is. It's not emotional and feely. It is clearing your mind space. You know what you want. Period. Now, if you don't get what you want, you're going to start lashing out. You're going to start lashing out, and it's going to become a burden for you to carry that which is not your truth. You have the power with your truth to balance the scales. But you have to make a move. Your ego, your sun energy, isn't quite ready to let that old lifestyle go. It's not ready to quite be, it still wants to kind of be out there. I'm almost feeling like it doesn't really want to be out there. I'm feeling like there's something holding you there, and it could be some sort of a partnership, whether that be a romantic partnership or maybe some sort of close friendship, connection, family, I don't know. But there's something that's holding you back because the areas of connectivity are this idea of transitioning. I'm feeling like away from 5 energy, that freedom, outwardly expressive sort of energy, and focusing more inward. I feel like even preparing yourself to be a good partner for a more long-term connection or relationship. And I feel like you're going to, if you don't honor what your inner spaces are needing, you're going to start seeing changes on the outside. You're going to start seeing yourself withdraw from your partner, from the people around you, from those other places and spaces, maybe even using money again, or money management as a way of like getting out of things. Like, oh, I can't afford to do that. I'm saving money right now, or I'm paying off debt or whatever. But you're going to start recoiling. You're doing it to buy time. Instead of just going out there and being like, yeah, you're done, I'm done with you. You're trying to buy time. I feel like you're trying to find the politically correct way, if you will, of making this transition. But the message that I'm receiving is that you have to surrender to your truth. It is the truth, your truth, that is going to allow you to move into this new, more authentic path. This is a Scorpio reading, hands down. Surrendering with that solar plexus chakral energy mentioned here is about an inside out strengthening, and surrendering, releasing control is 8th house Scorpio energy all day. This is your message. It's intense. It's going to be intense, but you have the power. You and you alone have this power. You have to make the emotional decision to release, and once you do, it's going to all fall into place. So, my beautiful Scorpios, these are the messages I have channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below. Click like and subscribe, and I will see you in an upcoming message. Bye-bye.